Indonesia is one of the greatest archipelago countries in the world. Worries belong to this area to enjoy with the highest level of diversity biological coral reef in the world. Coral reefs are ecosystems under the sea which consist of the group of animal corals that form in the structure calcium carbonate, a kind of limestone. The condition of the coral reef is important for the life of the marine ecosystem because it is the home and the foundation of coral fish life and other marine beauty. So, coral reefs need to be maintained its quality, as well as the growth process is needed tens to hundreds of years. Asia archipelagos has more than 3.1 million oceans who have many ecosystems of marine life which is biggest in the world. There are 10 types of coral in Indonesian marine life. They are Mesodimillimetrius, Oxypora lacera, Pictinia pineo, Pectinica lactua, Galaxia vascularis, Lobophilia hemprisi, Lobophilia soriombrosa, Acropora cerviformis, Acropora elegantula, Acropora cumnate. In addition to the beauty possessed by coral reefs, there are apparently many rules of coral reefs in surrounding ecosystem. Amongst one, coral reef is useful as the habitat, a source of food for various types of life in the sea and a place to breed. 2. Coral reefs can be useful as a protector for the ecosystems that are around it. For example, reducing the energy of waves that lead to land, which can use coastal abrasion in damage and the surrounding area. 3. Coral reefs can reduce the causes of global warming that occur by chemical processes carried out by coral reefs and zooxanthellae. This chemical process is the process of converting CO2 gases into lime, which is a free-forming methane, is the greatest global threat to coral reef ecosystems. Scientific evidence now clearly indicates that the Earth's atmosphere and ocean are warming, and that these changes are primarily due to greenhouse gases derived from human activities. As temperatures rise, mass coral bleaching events and infectious disease outbreaks are becoming more frequent. Additionally, carbon dioxide absorbed into the ocean from the atmosphere has already begun to reduce calcification rates in reef-building and reef-associated organisms by altering seawater chemistry through decrease in pH. That process is called ocean acidification. Climate change will affect coral reef ecosystems. Through sea level rise change the frequency and intensity of tropical storms and altered ocean circulation patterns. When combined, all these impact dramatically after ecosystem function as well as the goods and services coral reef ecosystems provide to people around the globe. In addition to climate problems, human activities can also damage the marine ecosystem. Damage to coral reefs by humans due to fishing that are destructive as use of bombs and trawler tiger. The use of bombs and trawler tiger cause effects boomerang for the fishermen as tools that could damage the ecosystem as that in which there are eggs and larvae of a fish. Those tools also destroy coral reefs that are on the coast and the sea. Garbage is an enemy to coral reefs because human activities throwing garbage in the river so that it empties into the sea. According to Professor Jamaluddin Tempa, coral reef expert from Hasanuddin University, when coral has become into contact with plastic, it can cause infection. In addition to physical contact, plastic can also inhibit the sun's intake to coral needed to stay alive. The effect can damage coral tissue, causing infection. This infection can spread to other coral reefs and can make other coral reefs become ill. Usually, the coral will become white or also called bleaching, or there can be black or white. We get many questions about the transplantation method of coral in our artificial reefs. So let us explain what method we use and why. In the marine conservation world, there are discussions going on about what the best ways are to grow coral reefs. These coral of hope are connected to artificial reef and start reproducing themselves asexually. The result is only a few coral from the same colony or attached to form a new reef. One creates more biodiversity by collecting different species. Different forms of coral like a plate, folios, encrusting, or even brain coral. If you find one that is broken, can be placed on different locations on the artificial reef. The downside of this method is that it is more time-consuming to find the coral pieces. Instead of breaking one coral colony into many pieces, also it takes more time for the slow-growing species to form an abundant reef. Tropical coral reefs cover a 0.1% of the oceans, but are among the most beautiful ecosystems on the planet, supporting 1/4 of all marine species. They occur in over 100 countries, including more than 80 developing countries, and sustain human society through a range of ecosystem services such as livelihoods, food security from fisheries, revenue from tourism, erosion prevention, protection from extreme weather, even though this situation of wave energy and listening inundation and damage during storms. Despite their importance, however, coral reefs are rapidly degrading, overfishing, destructive fishing, unsustainable coastal development, nutrient and sediment loading, a range of land-based activities, warming temperatures due to climate change and ocean acidification are all placing extremely high pressure on the world coral reefs.